The following podcast contains real reviews and the ridiculous reactions of two would-be oracles of the internet. The opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Seriously.
Hello and welcome to Review. I wasn't even looking at the microphone. It was just sham job. Hello and welcome to ReviewParty.com. I am Brent.
I am Matt.
And we are your co-hosts on this journey through media. You might say, you might call it a podcast. We might call it a transcendent comedy experience. That's right, there's comedy
experience. Here. Wow. You remember the intro to the eyewitness videos you watched in elementary school? You're zooming around that pure white museum. Yeah, that's what this show is, except it's just all internet reviews and unhappiness. Yeah.
It's just through the swamp of the internet. There's like pornography, all the worst images you've seen on the internet. That's what's there instead of that would be a funny edit. Dun, 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 dun. It's just like ISIS beheading videos and stuff.
Oh, God. At least put the "This Is Fine" dog in there somewhere, and I'm good with that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, we don't talk about ISIS beheading videos until now. That's a new wrinkle, but usually talk about like internet reviews and stuff. Google, Yelp, Amazon. You know them. They're funny. They're hashtag viral. They're hashtag breaking the internet. This review of Diva from Overwatch broke the internet. Matt, do you wanna break the internet first?
Yeah, I'll break new ground here. Not really, because it's all ground that we've crossed before. But do you want some food or do you want some clothing?
What's the difference? We'll take some clothing. That's different than what we usually do.
Yeah, this will start us out with some energy, I have to say. Because I got an Amazon review for the seamless thongs for women. Sexy V-waisted no-show thong stretch breathable ladies panties underwear 6-pack. They're like, no-show thongs. For whoever wants to wear them, Amazon. Come on.
You had me at seamless.
I got a review here from Melanie. It's a Amazon Vine customer review of a free product. Get it, Melanie. Get those free undies. Melanie titles her review, "How do I put this?" and writes, "To start off, the picture shows front and back, as well as one pair that is brand new and one pair that is worn and washed. Clearly, they do not shrink, and that is maybe part of the problem. To put this as PG coded as I can, the size of the gusset could use some help. The part that should cover your tutor actually covers your cooter. And the part that should cover your cooter covers your puss-stash. The only way to get all the appropriate parts covered, you have to super wedgie yourself. It's giving flashbacks to the early 2000s music videos featuring the whale tail, but gives off way more of a cry for help in the year of 2025. Unfortunately, I don't believe sizing down would help. Don't get me wrong, the fabric is great and soft, but the fit is just terrible. Get rid of the 2 to 3 inches in the tail portion, and then you might be onto something. 3 stars.
I don't know why she's going on about pistachios here. This is just this is just crazy. Thongs and pistachios don't go together. But I wish she would speak on her thong experience. Is this her first time? Then I don't know if I can trust this. But if she's a seasoned thong wearer,
if she's a pro.
Right, if she's been around if she's still Jenny from the block in the thong situation, then I could lend some credence to this because I don't have experience myself, and I'm kicking myself for it.
Yeah, you're totally clear-eyed looking at this with no biases, and maybe that's what Melanie needs to divulge a bit more information.
Yeah, I couldn't quite decipher her coded language. Not only was the language coded, the grammar was coded. I couldn't follow, but something about there's too much butt wiper on the thong part, not enough cooch hider on the cooch part.
I think, yeah, that's it. It's all sort of like out of proportion. It's a little bit front heavy, maybe. And to make it less front heavy, you really got to wrench it up in the behind.
But that's a like she touched on. I think that's a look. That's just a vibe, isn't it?
That's the vibe right now. Welcome to 2025. The early 2000s and late 90s is what's hip again. Because you know what was going on then? We're attacking Middle Eastern countries and everything is great.
Right. You just, whenever there's a war in the Middle East, so, thanks to
Gotta
America
see that whale
always.
tail.
Yeah, you gotta, you want to, not only do you want the thong up in the back for showman, you want it down in the front to ease. We're showing top beef.
Yeah, give me that cleavage down there.
Right. Top. You want the top of the shaft almost showing if you're a guy.
How else is Western culture ever going to, make it in this world?
Yeah, haven't you seen them Greek statues people like so much? You can see whole weenie and balls. So
that's true.
We're going full circle back to that.
I bet you if they had sheer seamless thongs back then, they'd have been on them statues. Be looking fire.
The thinker would be wearing a jock strap if they had that kind of technology. Maybe maybe it's just because I lack the gaze to enjoy it. But jock straps, I thought, those should be more of a thing. If thongs are cool, then jock straps have got to be super cool.
Yeah, they're kind of the same thing, only weirder.
Yeah. When you gotta hold the front in place, but you need full cheek motion, dude.
You gotta let them all down that football field. Yeah.
Right. You know how you got different kinds of joints? You got your elbows that can just go the one in two ways, but then your neck can rotate. You need your butt to rotate like a sort of joint, each glute moving independently. Right. I think we lost the script here. Do you have, I know it's my turn.
Yeah.
I'm discombobulated on this year review party. I don't know. This one, I don't know if it was funny, but I thought it was again an interesting view into a world I didn't know much about.
Okay.
So, and it was a little funny. But Amazon's Trend Plain 16-ounce 470 milliliters glass olive oil sprayer for cooking, 2-in-1 olive oil dispenser bottle for kitchen gadgets and air fryer accessories, salad,
nice.
barbecue. Black and ash. You gotta include the color in the name. You got a little drop down for that. That's not a part of it.
No one's searching black and ash.
Yeah, but I need a black and ash olive oil dispenser.
It needs it.
So, Carol is going to tell us about these olive oil dispensers. So happy with these, she titles it. I have tried many oil sprayers over the years, and I have always had to put up with dripping and ultimately lack of function. Why would these be so different? Well, they are fabulous. Bottles are airtight and easily convert from spray to pour at a touch of a button.
Oh.
The sprayer is trigger controlled and fine to dense. The pour feature is perfect. Bottles are machine washable, and I wash the tops by hand. People have mentioned that the bottles drip or leak. However, they are to be filled no greater than 2/3 to avoid that problem. Also, there are reviews about the handles feeling flimsy, but still working well. I agree, the handles do feel a bit flimsy, but I've been using these for a couple months, and I haven't had a hint of handle malfunction. I purchased the set of 2 so that I would have one for olive oil and one for avocado oil. Also, they look pretty and do not become filmed with oil on the outside. Highly recommended, 5 stars.
Why wouldn't they look pretty? They're black and ash.
It's black and ash. You paid premium for that.
Get that good stuff.
Yeah, some of that. Those are special shades of millennial gray right there. You want your kitchen just to have no life in it.
Muted colors, yes. Give me that putty.
You just can't handle the thought of that drab green glass olive oil container in your freaking cupboard you gotta put on display. Yeah, my oils are only come from muted colors.
Yeah, like I can understand having a sprayer for your olive oil. Like certainly that's helpful in many applications. Some pots or pans, you're not supposed to just pour oil in it apparently. Like, or you're not supposed to use aerosol like Pam type. If you want a spray, not a cooking spray, it's like, don't use Pam, don't use an aerosol. But you're like, oh, but it's so convenient. So you get a little sprayer for just your olive oil. But what's wrong with just popping the lid off the old green bottle of olive oil and letting that glug out? There's nothing more satisfying than that glunk.
Yeah, you know how I get a fine mist over my olive things that need olive oil? You put your thumb over the bottle and fucking just jerk that thing off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get a fine mist going real quick. And maybe not so fine, to be honest. Maybe it's a gloopy mist, but hey, it cooks the same.
Yeah, your pan comes to temperature. You sort of you do the old ball in the little slot game, and you get it all around. You're good. Take a paper towel and get it all in there. Yeah,
that's what they're really missing out on, the paper towel action.
It's pretty vital,
right? When I can just do a paper towel and then look at the paper towel and be like, dang, I did a good job doing dishes, or like, dang, that's nasty looking. That's half the fun.
Because you know you're going to use that paper towel for something else down the line. And maybe oh, you don't want to get the spoon rest dirty, you put your spatula on the paper towel. Oh, you're cracking eggs? Look at that. You can put eggshells right on that paper towel. Cleanup is like so easy.
So yeah, I just the sort of window into the type of person that would need another container for olive oil, which comes in a container.
It does. It's not like the cereal where you get the cool canisters and you put the cereal in with the button on top or something, or the pour top, the big old plastic. Like that at least makes some sense, because once you crack that cereal bag open, I feel like there's a lifespan on the freshness. And if you're putting it in something that's solid plastic, maybe you're going to get a bit more life out of your cereal.
Right. There's a convenience and practicality to putting your cereal in a container. Rice, maybe put your spices in a new container.
Flour.
Spices just be coming in little baggies and shit. But I know for a fact olive oils don't just be coming in little baggies.
And I have to assume the green that most of the bottles is intentional as well. You know, they'll say that for alcohols too. You know, the color of this bottle is intentional.
Yeah, as a white man who likes beer, I know that Heineken, you know, they're operating on high levels of technology with those green bottles there. That's a bro science we all need. The green keeps the fart stink out. Do you have a review?
I do. I think I'll jump to... how much time are we doing? Okay, we're good. I've been sitting on this one for a long time. It's a Google review for a restaurant called Pizza Plus, and it's coming to us from Folden Apkins. That's a very cute name, Folden. It just makes me think of Holden, though.
Holden, Folden. You gotta know when to hold them. Know when to hold them.
Here is what Folden has to say. Okay. So I have tried not to write this review for 2 years. But being the worst pizza I have ever had, I finally caved. I hope things have changed. What you should know. The environment is great. Arcade games, clean lobby, friendly staff. The pizza appears very good upon presentation. It looks great. But the sauce and dough are about as plain as it comes, to the point I could not finish the pizza. It tastes like pizza on Wonder Bread with plain tomato sauce. The good news is it's not greasy, but if you have ever eaten a bunch of plain white bread and had that aftertaste of bread in your mouth, this is what you'll experience when eating here. The sauce seems sweet, watery, and not cooked down. I don't know what's happening, as this place has many great reviews, but honestly, this is the worst pizza I've ever had in my life. If you are passing through and are a person who cooks pizza at home, or maybe own a pizza shop, I recommend stopping here, only to experience how bizarre taste in pizza can get. Okay, I guess that's a sentence. How bizarre taste in pizza can get. I was so perplexed by what I was experiencing, I went and rummaged through their dumpster to find out exactly what ingredients were being used. The results were as expected. If this is pizza, I don't like pizza. He gives it 2 stars, though.
One, is that a federal crime? Dumpster diving? For company secrets?
Many movies would tell me that it's public property once it hits the curb, but I guess if it's in a dumpster in the back alley, that's not technically the curb. I don't know. That's sort of a morally gray or black and ash area.
Yeah, and 2, share your findings from your illegal federally.
Yeah, don't hold out on us. If you say the results were as expected, then tell us it's just like a 10-gallon tank of Chef Boyardee mixed with water and urine.
Plus, I mean, if you think the tomato sauce is too plain, what if you out of that preconceived notion stop searching after you find tomato sauce, and just around the corner of the garbage pit, some oregano spice mix or something that they're also putting in. They could be hooking it up, but I don't know. Again, there's sort of a lack of detail here that
left
makes
a little bit
me,
in the dark.
Yeah, not be able to trust them 100% here. There's a fine mist of olive oil over this review, if you will.
Yeah, like part of me wonders, is somebody actually going to check the dumpster out? Is that really what's happening here? At the same time, though, this is Ness City, which sounds pretty sweet. Makes you think Nintendo games. What's the population on this place? Ness City, Kansas. Population is 1,329. So I'm guessing if you were to rummage around in the dumpster, nobody would really see you.
Right. Yeah, it's not the type of place where, like, on the West Coast, you see something rummaging in a dumpster, it's just like, oh, they're on rough times, buddy. Better not talk to them. There, I don't know, it's such an anomaly. You'd be like, that guy's, by the time you actually confirm in your head that the guy's climbing in the dumpster, he could already make his escape.
He's gone.
Into the damn woods.
Yeah, I don't know. I also feel like I'm sure my palate has obviously matured as I have matured. But once upon a time, a bit of Wonder Bread slathered in butter, pretty tasty.
No, I do love I don't know, there's something disgusting about a butter sandwich, but there's something wonderful about a single piece of butter or a single piece of bread. A single piece of butter slathered in bread. Yeah, I like to just take the margarine tub and just sort of, as though non-scooping curry, just scoop margarine out of the tub with some Wonder Bread. That's not true. I don't do that, but it would be pretty funny if I did.
That would be funny.
That would be funny. No, I don't know. Like, the pizza might be bad, but isn't that sort of par for the course with like a more arcade focused pizza experience?
I think it is. Like, with a name like Pizza Plus, you probably would hope that pizza comes first. But yeah, if you're there for more than the pizza, okay, I don't know. This looks, it looks like Domino's like ugly step brother a little bit. I know people. I enjoy a Domino's enough, but yeah, this looks a little rough. But I'd eat it. I'd be game for a slice or two.
That's the thing. It's pizza. Like, it's got to be pretty bad to be inedible. Like, pretty bad. The only pizza I've turned, how can it be worse than like cafeteria school pizza?
Oh, no.
Yeah,
shot.
that just looks like, it literally looks like Papa John's. I don't know.
It's
maybe
pretty,
the sauce is a little plain, but
pretty generous with the sausage. I will say that.
That we love that. We love we hate a skimpy ingredients giver. But you can tell, you can tell that crust, that is pre-made. That's a frozen pre-made crust.
Yeah, that
for
little
sure.
edge of the shell sort of thing.
Yeah, the way the actual crust of the crust, the end of it is like it's like a perfect little
Rim.
ringlet, little indent, little rim around. Yeah. Human hands have not touched that for a while, if at all. That was stamped.
Middle of nowhere, Kansas.
Yeah, in the middle of nowhere, Kansas, they got to cut corners somehow. Would it be better with some homemade bread? Yeah, but that's a lot of labor. That's hours of labor. You got to pay somebody. You just got to pay Cisco if you want the damn pre-made dough. But Domino's and Pizza Hut do that too, I'm pretty sure. So, we're gonna go just eat a lot of pizza.
Yeah.
I'll break.
Yeah. Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half of the episode, and welcome to Celebrity Reviews. We think, we assume, we hope. It's the internet, so you can never be sure. But, I mean, it seems like it might be. I did some searching around, some Yelp message boards, and I don't know. I'm just going to send Brent a picture here of what I have up on my screen and get his reaction.
That's Jerry S. from Manhattan, New York.
That's Jerry S. with a big toothy grin.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if I was a celebrity, I'd just Google my face and then use that as a profile picture, too. You wouldn't even need to have stuff on hand. So maybe. I don't know. The reviews do seem to line up with what they're talking about. So I'll just start with this. Again, we don't know if it's really Jerry S. We don't know if it's that man who comments on things, but we'll see if we can recognize anything. S as in Seinfeld.
S as in Seinfeld.
By the way.
Here is Jerry S.'s review of Brody's Diner, breakfast and lunch. He writes, classic truck stop diner. Went there with Aziz Ansari on comedians in cars getting coffee. Rye toast has just the right amount of seeds. I counted them. Not too many, not too little. They even have a gluten-free menu, if you like free gluten. Bright and clean. That was me and Aziz, not this place. Really big coffee cups, red hats, scripty font on menus, very homey. The coffee cups are big enough to wash your feet in. 4 stars.
But we love it. We love a big coffee serving, that's for sure.
I love a big cup. I will note that this was from 2014, so the red hats I think are being referenced are like the old lady red hats, like the Red Hat Club. That's a thing, right?
Yeah, my grandma was like, all those ladies are bitches. Don't get it twisted. From a young age. Yeah, it's I was little when she explained that to me. That's just a close kept truth to me now, but it's kind of like a sorority vibe. You pay for your friends type vibes.
Okay, gross.
Yeah, I think she disagrees with that on an intrinsic level.
Here is Jerry S.'s review of Landmark Diner. 5 stars. Bear in mind, I gave Sing Sing Prison 3 stars, which is in the same neighborhood. Highly recommend this place for locals and prison escapees. Great for grabbing a bite on the run. 5 stars.
Ha ha ha.
There is a response from owner. Thanks for the stars, Jerry. It was a real honor to have you stop by to shoot your recent episode with Mr. Klein, and I'm glad you enjoyed everything. We had quite a few laughs as we watched the show. If you have any other feedback for us, don't hesitate to get in touch. Otherwise, we hope you'll come back and see us again soon.
That reply is super funny, yeah, if it's not really him.
If it's not really him, then they duped this poor business owner.
And this poor, sad person who is so excited to have Jerry Seinfeld and also even get a review from him on the house, on the sly.
At the same time as that last review mentioned, here is Jerry's review of Sing Sing Correctional Facility. I enjoyed coming to the parking lot of Sing Sing with Robert Klein on an episode of Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. I found the guards to be polite and accommodating, even when they threatened legal action unless we removed ourselves from the premises. I would recommend this prison if you have to do hard time. Many reviews say, I would return. Here, that's called recidivism. 3 stars.
Yep.
He's making jokes about prisons.
If it's not him, it's like his assistant. It's his writing assistant, one of his ghostwriters or something doing guerrilla marketing here.
Which honestly is a good idea.
Yeah. There's worse ways to guerrilla market.
I would, if I were a famous person, I'd be like, yeah, that idea doesn't offend me or my sensibilities. It gets my beautiful toothy grin out there.
The people want stars, we're giving it to them.
Here's one for the Flamingo Las Vegas, a Caesars Rewards destination. They're advertising themselves in their Yelp name. Which, sidetrack, we got an email in our spam that was like pretending to be an attorney, giving us like what's that, DCMS? Is that the right? Did I get those letters in order?
DMCA.
Yeah, like you used this picture on your blog about Ocean's 13, and it belongs to our company. And I'm like, okay. And I went to the blog. I'm like, oh, I give credit to the guy from Unsplash, the royalty-free image provider. So I don't know what they're on about. But then I kept reading. They're like, if you change the image, it doesn't matter. You still have to credit us by posting this link. And it's like some gambling site, like gambleincanada.com. I'm like, okay, so this is clearly just...
I don't know. I think we should listen just because that sounds like a cool place to spread the word about.
Let's siphon a whole lot of clicks over there. Anyway, of the Flamingo, Jerry S. writes, old school all the way. The first hotel on the Strip in Las Vegas, built in 1947. This kind of does sound like the opening of Comedians in Cars a little bit. Only hotel in Vegas named after a bird with thin legs. Enjoyed seeing an audience in shorts and flip-flops. Class, baby, class. The only people in jackets here are the car parkers. Extensive remodeling going on. New duct tape on the carpeting. I love this place. 4 stars.
It might be Jerry Seinfeld. He would judge people for not wearing suits on their damn vacation.
He absolutely would.
Must be nice to be written to have some like little manservant, fucking some malnourished manservant with a hook nose to dress you in the finest cloths every morning.
Here you are, sir. Yeah, that American Express money still coming down the pipeline, I'm sure.
Yeah, man. If what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. If I want to fucking wear flip-flops and have my dong out, I want to wear flip-flops and have my dong out, brother. Those reverse thongs, be wearing those around.
Yeah. It's got all the right stuff in the wrong places, so I'm just all over the place. Still in Vegas, this is the Peppermill Restaurant and Fireside Lounge. Perfect diner for a late night snack. Great huge portions right on the Strip. Saw one guy eat a chicken fried mozzarella steak hero sandwich with onion rings toothpicked into the top. 5 minutes into it, his eyeballs turned white, 3 sevens across them. He fell out of the booth and yelled, "I just paid off!" That's a late night Vegas diner, baby. I think Jerry was on something when he wrote that one. 5 stars.
He's like, how do I make a joke about Las Vegas? Someone's gonna eat a big sandwich and then have a jackpot in their head.
I mean, that sounds like a good sandwich. I think I'll end with this one, which sounds very just... This feels like something that would be talked about for at least 5 minutes in an episode of Seinfeld. A review of the Colony Diner. Jerry writes, "They will put your sandwich on rye bread or rye bread. You pronounce it the way you want. You accent the word rye or accent the word bread. Your choice. They are that accommodating. They won't correct you. They understand. They will make your sandwich either way. Same bread, same sandwich, different pronunciation. I like this diner very much for that reason. Or your diner. Your choice. 5 stars.
Syllable accent comedies in
Emphasis.
2025. We're there. We're here. We're family.
We've reached the peak.
Well, too bad he doesn't have that Yelp Elite status. That'd be crazy to show up to a Yelp Elite event and Jerry's having hors d'oeuvres
just hanging out
in the corner.
Yeah, speaking of, I went to a gold and black, not black and ash, but a gold and black badge event like last week, which is the elites that are 5 or 10 years and running.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I met apparently a celebrity chef, Chef Fabio. I did not spell that right. Fabio Viviani. If you Google him, you'll be like, that's a guy that's smiling and kind of reminds me a little bit of Ed, our college roommate, just in the way that first picture has him smiling with coiffed hair and beard and all that. It was a good time. So get on that Yelp Elite flight, people.
Yeah, you can meet celebrity chefs. Nah, this.
Oh,
this
you
guy.
know what? Okay, I got. Since you're now living in the Pacific Northwest, here's Jerry's review of City of Portland Town Hall. He writes, "I visited Portland for an episode of Comedians in Cars with Fred Armisen. Portland has more coffee shops per person than anywhere in America. The state flag is a bathroom door that says occupied. This is a quirky city. Portland is home to over 600 street food carts. No roach problem here. If you see a guy in the city that looks emaciated, frail, sickly like he's on heroin, don't worry, he's just a vegan. In 1986, a coffee cup cardboard sleeve shortage caused rioting in the streets. I give Portland 5 stars for being interesting, beautiful, and one of the coolest towns in America. 5 stars.
Way to keep it real, Jer. Way to cut through the bullshit at the end and let the people know the real stakes. Haha, heroin addict joke. Haha, vegan joke. Actually, Portland's cool. You should visit.
I'd like to go to Portland.
It's cool. It's cool. Now, I was mindlessly scrolling through Google Images of Fabio Viviani.
He's a happy man.
Just sort of out of that's what your fingers do when Google Images open, they scroll. But got one of him with his shirt off. He's got like a full on Dwayne the Rock Johnson tribal tattoo on his chest and shoulders. So yeah, that's what's going on under the hood. Well, thanks for yelping us out to some Jerry Seinfeld reviews.
Yeah.
I hope they're real. They're at least half real. They're kind of real.
Yeah, I'm seeing now there's one where he talks about bagels a lot, and I don't want to be offensive, but I feel like it's a New York this is whatever. He's talking about bagels. I think Jerry knows what he's talking about.
Absolutely. I'm a IMDb that guy and take us to IMDb for a review of Pixar's Hoppers.
Okay.
You know anything about this one?
I'm familiar with the premise, yeah.
Yeah, so they sort of hop into animals, Avatar style, and live in them or something.
Mm-hmm. Looks maybe charming.
It looks
I
pretty
don't know.
shitty, but probably fine. Probably passable.
Fine, serviceable.
Right. But Mason Saul is going to fill us in. This is Pixar's wildest movie, okay. As they title it. Hoppers is a funny and heartfelt animated movie that's more willing than most to acknowledge the violent truth of the circle of life in a darkly comedic fashion, and people's inability to change before it backpedals to a satisfying ending. Focus on how everyone needs to work together to get help to undo the damage done to nature, which still works. It establishes a firm emotional core straight away, goes truly wild in places, and is definitely kind of like Avatar in the best ways. Piper Curda gives a fantastic lead performance that has all the necessary energy to match every insane scenario on screen and an earnest emotion, ensuring her desire to save the environment, and everyone else seems to ignore, is instantly investing. Bobby Moynihan is the strongest supporting player by having an unwavering kindness, which becomes his character's greatest strength. There's also some strong turns from John Hamm, Dave Franco, and Edward Franco. Daniel Chong's energetic direction moves quickly at the start, but knows when to slow down afterwards with impactful moments of serenity, and screenplay by Jess Andrews handles exposition so efficiently. The animation retains the characteristically high level of detail and vibrancy in places while successfully experimenting with some more cartoonish character designs. Mark Mothersbaugh's score is a highlight that works because it's just as lively as everything else. 8 out of 10.
Oh, Mark Mothersbaugh, that's all you had to say.
Yeah, worth the price of admission to see old Marky Mark on the ones and twos.
Circa original Sims soundtrack. That's what I'm here for. If there's some doom, 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 yeah, I'm there for it. Ooh. Some soft instrumental vibes in the background. Put me in the seat. I don't know though. I saw some article. I was like, oh, here's the dream story of how Piper Curda landed the voice acting role for this beaver in this movie. And it's like, well, she's been acting since she was 10, and then in the pandemic, she just recorded stuff on TikTok, and then her agent is like, audition for this thing. Whatever. She's on Disney stuff years before she did this. It doesn't surprise me at all that she is successful.
How did she do it? Well, she's famous. She has a big resume in acting, and then she got kind of popular. She's kind of popular on social media. Kind of a easy, amazing choice for a protagonist.
Kind of featured in Disney's Circle of Stars. Do you want to build a snowman? She was on Liv and Maddie. Teen Beach 2. Yeah.
She's a damn Disney plant, y'all. Nothing taken. I'm sure she's very talented and funny, but she knows people, all right.
Ain't no diamond in the rough, I don't think.
She wasn't voice acting into like a tin can attached to a string.
Some Disney exec is driving down the road through rural Alabama.
What is that? That is my beaver girl.
Wow. Stop the car. Turn around, Jeeves.
Open that dumpster. I hear the voice of an angel. Or at least a comedian.
Yeah, she talking the tin can string to her brother down the street.
Who's dead? He's a corpse.
Yeah, he's just a dead body in a different dumpster. That's the dead body dumpster.
And that's an amazing story.
Yeah, from wreckage and ruin to come to stardom.
Meanwhile, Bobby Moynihan's just his pure unwavering kindness. Bobby. It just shine. That's why he got on Saturday Night Live. He was just so kind to the producers. They had to let him on.
He makes a face with his mouth and goes, and he looks around. That's all you need, a little Moynihan.
Yeah, and I can feel the unwavering kindness there. I know if I tripped in front of him, he would help me up and give me a little kiss.
Oh my God, are you okay?
Let's say, of course, Bobby Moynihan, your unwavering kindness is bringing me warmth. That movie's probably pretty mid, is the impression I'm getting.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm in a rush to see it.
Yeah, definitely kind of like Avatar in all the best ways. That's that's a loaded sentence.
It is wild. What do you think are the best ways?
The first Avatar was on TV in the background at one of my family Christmas. You know, when you gotta sort of it's Christmas and you gotta kind of stop by like 6 different houses.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, one of those. They had Avatar on TV in the background, and boy, was that putting me right to sleep. Boy, could I not pay attention to that shit. Anyway, I think we can call her there, huh?
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, why not? We worked hard. If it wasn't for your unwavering kindness shining through the Discord call, I don't know if I could have made it through this episode. But I hope you had a good time, listener. Thank you for listening, and welcome to the Real Ones Club. We're making it all the way through an episode. Join the legions. Look back on your ancestors like Avatar and see all their they're all there. I don't know. They're famous on TikTok or whatever. We got new episodes every Tuesday. That's right. # Tuesday Reviews Day. If you'd like to be a part of the fun, you could send us a funny review for us to have some funnies with. Please send an email with a hyperlink, a screenshot of the review, whatever you got to do, to reviewparty.com@gmail.com. Include your name so we can throw you some credit for it.
If you want to reach out to us in some other way, we are on social media at reviewparty.com on Instagram and TikTok, at reviewpartypod on Twitter. Reach out if you feel like it. It won't hurt. Or you can find some of our stuff on Letterboxd, on YouTube, or go to our website, reviewparty.com, where you can find the blog, where you can find the shop, where you can find various listening platforms, because you know the clock is ticking on some of those out there. It's only a matter of time.
They're gonna blow! What will you do? How will you go on if you did not experience enough of podcastparty37.com? That's where you gotta get all your... Anyway, you can... Hey, lock in for a second. That song you heard throughout the episode, Nosebleeds? You could listen to it some more. They let us use their jam bread for breakfast as sort of our little theme song here. If you want to hear more from them, just search Nosebleeds on Spotify. Follow, subscribe, favorite, whatever the button is, wherever you are. Hit it. I was talking about how hungry this episode would have made me if I was hungry when we were recording. It would have compounded. So here's another, just in case it's torturing you, here's a little cherry on top from Amazon. We got a review for Cholula Salsa Medium Original 12 ounce. It's Cholula's not just in the hot sauce game, folks. They're making damn salsa these days.
Let's get it.
W. James Quill titles their review, "You're Welcome." They write, "Tastes like down south, 4 stars."
You know what that means. Dead body in a dumpster.